The objective of this lesson is to solve word problems involving division of whole numbers leading to answers in fraction or mixed number form. Let's begin with our first problem, 8 divided by 4. We can model 8 squares being shared equally into 4 groups, or 8 divided by 4 by drawing 8 blue squares. If we make 4 groups, we can see that there are 2 blue squares in each group. The quotient is therefore 2. Let's use a table like this one to record our findings. The total number of things was the 8 blue squares. Write 8 in blue in the first column. The number of groups being shared with was 4. Write a green 4 in the second column. The 1 share is the quotient and is shown with the red 1 and 2 in the model. Write a red 2 in the third column. The division equation would be 8 divided by 4 equals 2. In the previous lesson, a similar table was completed. The dividend, or number of things, was also found to be the numerator in 1 share. The divisor, or the number of groups being shared with, was also found to be the denominator in 1 share. The answer to the 1 share column in the problem just completed can be represented as a fraction equivalent to 2. The number of things, 8, is the numerator, and the amount shared with, 4, is the denominator in 1 share. The 2 can also be thought of as 8/4. Let's look at another problem. 6 students share 5 cupcakes. How many cupcakes will each student get? The dividend, or number of things to be shared, is the 5 cupcakes. The divisor, or the amount shared with, is the 6 students. The quotient, or the 1 share, is the dividend over the divisor, or 5/6. The division equation would be the dividend, 5, divided by the divisor, 6, equals 5/6. Please note that some students may reverse the problem and state 6 divided by 5. It is important to remember to ask, what is the number of things shared, and who are they shared with? Let's draw a model to represent this problem. Draw 5 blue circles to represent the 5 cupcakes we are starting with. Next, divide each cupcake into the 6 equal pieces and shade in 1/6 to represent the portion that each student gets. The question asks, how much of 1 cupcake does each student get? There are 2 ways to calculate this. The first would be to count each red piece and see there are 5 red pieces. Each student would get 5 pieces out of the 6 pieces in a whole cupcake, or 5/6 of a cupcake. The second way would be to put all the red pieces together into 1 cupcake and see there are 5 out of the 6 pieces shaded red. This also represents the 5/6 of a cupcake for each student. Let's try one more problem. This time the quotient will be greater than 1. 3 parents share 4 sandwiches. How much does each parent get? Let's use the table again to record our thinking. The number of things being shared is 4 sandwiches. The sandwiches are being shared with the 3 adults. The amount in 1 share is the number of things over or divided by the amount shared with. The division equation would be 4 divided by 3 equals 4/3. Notice the numerator is larger than the denominator. This is because each group, or each parent, will get more than 1 whole sandwich. Let's draw a quick model to represent this problem visually. The problem states there are 4 sandwiches to start with. Draw 4 rectangles. The problem then states to divide the sandwich between the 3 adults. This is shown by dividing each rectangle into thirds. Finally, shade in 1/3 portion of each sandwich to represent the amount 1 adult will get. There are a total of 4 sections shaded. To better see the amount each sandwich each adult gets, group the 4 shaded sections together. It is now clear to see that each adult gets 4 out of 3 sections in a sandwich, or they get 1 whole sandwich and 1/3 of a sandwich, which is equivalent to 4/3. A fraction can be thought of as a division equation. The numerator is the total amount being shared, or the dividend, and the denominator represents the number of groups being shared with, or the divisor. The objective for this lesson was to solve word problems involving division of whole numbers leading to answers in fraction or mixed number form. We met this objective by using a fraction quotient table to organize division word problems in order to see the correlation between a division equation and a fraction. We visually represented the word problems using a variety of models.